Our final pillar of prosperity is workforce development. It is critical for Michigan to have a properly trained workforce now and into the future. Our school systems will play a critical role. However, changes to Michigan's merit curriculum could help.
The organization known as Business Leaders for Michigan says our state will need an additional 1.3 million college graduates by the year 2025. They also say some job needs can be met by expanding technical education programs. But due to current high school graduation requirements, it's difficult for students to pursue career in technical education, or CTE. Enter the Michigan Merit Curriculum. It has all but eliminated career and tech ed classes counting toward graduation requirements, making them electives. A few can be used to award academic credits in a state-approved CTE program. Carrie Preston is an agriculture, food, and natural resources educator at the Branch Area Career Center, serving students from Bronson, Quincy, and Coldwater. The Environmental and Ag Sciences program is one of 15 that provide technical training. They've been proactive in helping tech classes to count.
Here at the Career Center, I guess 3 years ago when the Michigan Merit Curriculum came online, we hired a math consultant and an English language arts consultant so that programs here could take advantage of the math or English that was already being taught in their program or that could enhance their program. So for example, on Mondays and Wednesdays for the first half an hour of our class, half an hour, 45 minutes, we have the math consultant come down. She works collaboratively with us to develop a lesson plan for math that fits what we're doing. Maybe it's calculating fertilizer rates or figuring out cost of production on various crops. And this has given our kids a chance to earn some math credit and still be able to come here. And without that opportunity, we would see a lot of kids that couldn't come and spend, half their day here. It is a big commitment to come and spend half the day. They really have to make sure they've planned well, starting even in 8th grade, to be able to make that work.
Carrie Preston's husband Brian operates the family dairy farm in Quincy with his dad, uncle, and cousin. He's a product of the Branch Area Career Center, as well as a graduate of Michigan State, degreed in agri-science and ag business management. He understands the importance of a well-rounded education.
The primary goal for so many family farms across the state is just to perpetuate the business to the next generation. And the generations that went ahead of me sacrificed so that I could have this opportunity. And that's what I am willing and want to do so that the generations that follow me can too. And so my sons coming up into high school and learning, having the technical knowledge that they need in a high school setting to prepare them for further education at a land-grant university, then giving them the opportunity to come home to the farm, or if they want to work outside of the farm, that's fantastic. I just hope that they can have the knowledge through growing up here, high school, and higher education to be able to make that decision for themselves, where they want to work, and I hope that they choose agriculture in some manner, whether it's being a producer or a support industry for agriculture.
There are an ever-increasing number of ag-related businesses off the farm, such as in the food processing industry. Florida-based Boar's Head brand provides provisions of meat and cheeses to quality-conscious delicatessens, gourmet stores, and select supermarkets across the country. Their Holland location is one of 8 and is a real need for those trained in the technical fields.
It's incredibly important, especially to this industry, as we look for mechanics, as we look for electricians, as we look for ammonia refrigeration people to work in these trades, that we have good quality people. And one of the things that we're seeing is we're kind of seeing a gap there. You have an older group of people that are definitely involved in those type of trades, but usually tend to stay with, if they're with a good company, they're not going to leave a good company. So when you go to the outside and you start looking for these people, they become pretty tough to find. If you could change the curriculum, which I hope can be done, Because as I've spoken to teachers in this area, the teachers will tell me that the curriculum today is based on getting these kids a 4-year degree, and that's not necessarily what we need. If somebody could show them a trade or begin to show them a trade such as welding or electrical, refrigeration, those type of things, we're gonna snatch those people up, and then we're gonna give them further training to help them grow and become a great part of our business.
State Senator Bruce Caswell serves the 16th District, which includes Branch County. For 25 years, he taught math and physics, finishing his career as a superintendent. He's introduced Senate Bill 1013, which would amend the Michigan Merit Curriculum, allowing students to replace Algebra 2 and foreign language classes with career tech ed credits.
The idea behind the legislation is to allow those students who are more hands-on, that are more oriented towards a trade-type business, trade-type schooling, to become more centered on what they want to do, as opposed to having to take classes which lead to a college-level education. We have a crying need in the state for a lot of trade school-type work, agricultural work. And after all, agriculture is our second largest industry in the state, so I think it's important that we allow kids in high school to get a good experience with FFA and agri-science and so on. And under the current Michigan Merit Curriculum requirements, they can't do that.
The legislation has been referred to the Senate Education Committee and is awaiting action. You're urged to contact your legislators and ask them for their support on the measure.